Alright, we're asked to simplify this expression applying the rules of exponents. The real kicker is that the properties of fraction, addition, multiplication, and subtraction come in here. Before we actually get to this expression, I want to just review fraction operations, specifically just addition and multiplication. Here are two examples. So I'm adding 3/8 and 1/2. In order to add those, they must have the same denominator. In this case, they don't. One's an 8 and one's a 2. But I'm going to change the 1/2 into eighths by multiplying by a factor of 1. In essence, multiplying the numerator and denominator by 4. And so this now turns into 3/8 plus 4/8. And now that I have the same denominator, I can add my numerators together and I keep my shared denominator. When we're multiplying two fractions, we don't have to worry ourselves about finding a common denominator. Instead, what we do is we just multiply straight across. And so if I was going to multiply 3/8 by 1/2, I would just get 3/16. Okay, and so this problem inherently that we're dealing with is really a problem about fraction, addition, multiplication, and subtraction that you'd be dealing with throughout the process. I'm not going to deal with the steps of actually doing the fraction work, but I'll talk just about the bigger picture of what we need to accomplish. First of all, to simplify this expression, I'm going to apply this power of a product rule with the 4/7. In essence, what I'm going to do is multiply the 5/8 here by the 4/7 and multiply the 7/5 by the 4/7. And then after multiplying those exponents together and simplifying, what I get is 5/14 for the x exponent and 4/5 for the y exponent. Now what I'm going to do is just combine the factors with common bases up in the numerator here. So I'm going to put these x factors together. When I do that, I'm going to add their exponents, and then the same thing with the y's here. When I add the exponents for the x's, I get 13/14. And when I add the exponents for the y's, I get 2/1, or just 2. And I still have this x to the 1/2 and y to the -1 down in the denominator. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the quotient rule for exponents to these x factors right here, and the same thing to these y factors. And when I do this, I'm simply going to subtract their exponents from each other. And for the x's then, 13/14 minus 1/2 leaves me with 3/7. And 2 minus -1 for the y exponents is 3. And there's my simplified version of this expression.